Hi, welcome back to Heuristic Mathematics. I'm Miss Janelle. So today we are still going to go through our episode 2 of our secondary school mathematics algebra episode. So we're going to go through some easier question first because I received some comment from my student and also from like some YouTube watcher. They actually say that the questions that I start with for secondary school, like for those Sec 1, they find it a bit hard. So I'm going to go through a bit of like the basic first for algebra for the sake of some of the Sec 1 students and maybe the Sec 2 students. And then like the difficulties will increase gradually. So I'll be going through about like 1 to 3 questions today as well. So if you all still cannot catch or if you really find it really difficult, so I sincerely urge you all to actually join the booster camp that we have in November and December that I think will help your child greatly or help yourself greatly if you've been struggling with algebra. And it's really important if you are going to Sec 3 next year and you're taking algebra, you're taking A Math, yeah, because A Math consists of 80 to 90% of your algebra. So if you're not good with algebra, you will be struggling for A Math as well. So let's start with a basic question first. Maybe we can be starting with this. Oops, sorry. Okay, we can start from something more basic. I'll be going through the 4A first. So for 4A is quite easy, as you can see, the question is short. So some students do not really get the simplifying. So I'm going to start with something easier. As you can see for this one, there's no negative sign at all because some of the students mentioned that the negative sign confused them. So for simplifying, the same thing, I'm going to multiply this in first. So 4 times A equals to 4A. And then the second one here, I will take this one and times in as well. So 4 times plus 2, I will have plus 8. Easy, right? So followed by the next one, I have plus 5 times A. I'll have plus 5A. Next one, plus 5 times plus 3, I have plus 15. Okay, then now we try to group them and try to solve so that we can simplify it down. So we have like 4A plus 5A. So like the previous session, I was saying that like we have to group the algebra together with the algebra and the numbers with the numbers. That's why I highlight 4A and 5A. And I highlight the sign that is in front of each of the number and each of the algebra because the sign in front of it belong to it. That's what I say every time. So I have 4A plus 5A give me 9A. And then here and here, plus 8 plus 15. So positive 8 plus 15 give me plus 23. Done. So this will simply be a 1-mark question. So to reinforce the idea of how to actually multiply in to expand, multiply in, we call it expand. So if they ask for expansion or simplifying, note open up the bracket. Means remove all the brackets and try to solve it down. That's what expansion and simplifying actually means. So here times here, 6 times b, I have 6b. And then 6 times 4, I have 24. Both are positive, so everything is going to be positive. Then plus 3 times 3, so plus 9. Plus 3 times plus 4b. So I have plus 12b. And then after that, I'm going to sum them up. So similarly, I'm going to group the one that is the same, which is the algebra together with the algebra. And the numbers together with the numbers as well. Together with the sign that is in front of each number or each algebra, they belong to that. So 6b plus 12b, I will have 18b. Followed by here, plus 24 plus 9. So positive 24 plus 9, positive 33. That's my answer. Okay, I hope you all are catching so far. So I'm going to go down and then I'll go to a negative question. Similarly, I'm going to do 2 questions because this one I think is quite short. So I can actually try and see if you all can actually get the concept and reinforce it. here as well. So have to be extra careful when you're doing algebra because very easy to make careless. So we have 3 times a here, we have 3a, followed by 3 times b here, I have 3b. In front, this whole part here, there's no negative sign, I don't need to be extra careful. Here, the red part, I will need to be extra careful because I have a -4 in front. Note that when you have minus, it affects when you multiply or when you plus and minus. You have to be extra careful when you see minus sign, when you're doing algebra especially. So we have -4 times 3a. So positive times negative give you negative. So I have -12a. And then -4 times b. I have -4b. After that, again, I go and identify those that look the same, which is the algebra and the algebra. Please note the sign in front. So I have 3a minus 12a. So I have minus 9a. If you're not clear how it goes, press in your calculator. 3 minus 12 equals to how much? It will give you minus 9. Hopefully, as we go on, the concept will actually sink in. If you need extra help or you need individual help that whereby you think that like the bootcamp might not help you, we have online session that is one-to-one as well that I can clarify your doubts one by one if you actually need the specialized help that we can actually provide as well. So here we have plus 3b minus 4b. I'm doing it slower. So here and here, this is where I copied this down. And then I have minus 2, I have minus 9a, sorry. And then this part here is what I need to solve here. So I'm going to solve this part in green. I have plus 3 minus 4. So I will have minus 1. If you realize when the sign is different, right, the number, we find the difference between the two numbers. So difference between 12 and 3 give me 9. Difference between 4 and 3 give me 1. And then whether the sign in front is a plus or a minus, it depends on which sign have a bigger number. So in this case, we have minus 12. 12 is a bigger number and it's negative. And then minus 4, 4 is a bigger number and it's negative. So that's why we got the sign for the final answer as negative as well. So here, for the green part, is equals to minus 1 as per se here, and then b. So we actually don't need to write the minus 1 when it's 1. So I just need to write minus 9a minus b. This is my final answer. I hope you all been following until here so far. Then going forward, this one here. Similarly, I'm going to take this times 6 times x, I have 6x, followed by 6 times y, I have 6y. I'm going to speed up a bit. And then for the behind here, negative times x, negative 8 times x. So it's just negative 8x. Negative 8 times 4y, I need to go to negative 32 because 8 times 4 give me 32. And because negative times positive, I get negative. So negative 32 and then y. After this, what I need to do is similarly, I need to group and try to find out the algebra and the algebra, like the same one, because here both of them are actually algebra. So x with x, y with y. So the sign in front of each belong to them. So here I have 6x minus 8x. So I'm going to write at the side here as well, like in here lah. So we have like 6 minus 8. 6 minus 8 again is going to be 2. The difference between 8 and 6 is 2. 8 has the negative. 8 is the bigger number. So negative here. So here is going to be minus 2x. I hope you all follow. This is for the yellow part. I'll highlight later. And then for the behind, I'm going to copy 1 times in pink color. So I have plus 6y minus 32y. So here, this part here belong, we obtain the answer for the yellow highlighted part. and then I'm going to copy down minus 2x. Here I'm going to solve. So similarly, I have like 6 minus 32. Same thing, my minus is actually bigger because minus 32. I minus a bigger number. My final answer will still be minus. Difference between 32 and 6 is equals to 26. So I get minus 26 here, and then remember put the y. So that's basically my final answer. I hope that you all been following so far, and I hope this series will be more clear for those that actually have problem with the simpler question. So see you guys next week for episode 3, whereby I'll be going through like harder questions with fraction. So for those students that actually find our series useful so far, please stay tuned and sign up for our Zoom free session that I will be going through some questions whereby we can have like more interactive session whereby you all can ask me some questions as well. And then at the same time, I'll be sharing more details about the primary and secondary school booster camp that we have over the November and December holidays. So it's going to be like a 2 or 3 day session whereby we will have 2-hour session to 3-hour session for each day, and then we'll be covering some of the commonly asked questions and the more challenging questions that most students actually have problem with or they stumble over. So stay tuned, and I hope you all enjoy watching the video. And I'll be signing off here. Bye.